Absolutely gorgeous day here in Toronto. That's a look at Maple Leaf Square, just outside Real Sports Bar and Grill. Here is a look inside Real Sports Bar and Grill. What a night to be a Toronto fan. The Blue Jays going, and tonight the season and home opener for your Toronto Maple Leafs. As we welcome you inside and get you set for this pregame show tonight, very pleased to be with you. My name is Ryan Leslie. He is Brad May, and we are so thrilled to be here tonight inside Real Sports. It is going to get electric in here, Mayday, and I know you're pumped to be here tonight.
Ryan, I can't wait. This is an unbelievable night, not only for all sports fans, but for hockey fans. The 2025-26 season is underway. I'm fired up. Sitting here with you, talking Leafs hockey. It's a wonderful jersey to cheer for. I have one here, Ryan.
Let's take a quick look. Yeah,
right
show
here,
us
buddy.
that logo.
I've got this one right here. This is my jersey.
Mayday.
Toronto Maple Leafs. And you know what? I'm fired up that I'm sitting here beside you.
It's great to be with you. We had a chance to work together in the broadcast side of things many moons ago. We are going to have all kinds of guests stop by. You never know who's going to pop in tonight. Sometimes it's announced and scheduled. Other times it'll just be a random. And I'm thrilled because this place is going to get electric. Now, I know in just a couple of moments we're going to have the general manager, Brad Treliving. Look who it is. He just decided to show up now.
Love it.
Who
Hi,
decided
Brad.
to show up, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Brad.
Brad
Nice to see
Treliving,
ya.
the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, stops by. Tree, thanks so much for doing this. And we'll get you set. There you go. And what are you feeling on a night? This is your third year as GM of this group, and you've had a lot of work to do over the season, over the off season. You're back at it now. You've got your team ready to ice against the Canadiens tonight. How are you feeling about this one as you go into it?
Well, you're always excited for opening night, right? Brad can speak to it as a player. Guys have put in 3 weeks. You're excited to get to camp. That usually ends about 3 days into camp that you're ready to say, okay, uncle. So yeah, you're excited. You know, there's all the nerves, the anticipation of opening night. You know, we're still kind of trying to figure ourselves out a little bit and see where everything fits. And but you're excited to get here and get going and play for real.
Hey, Brad, new look Toronto Maple Leafs. You made some acquisitions in the summer. Historically, you love tough teams and you love that element. Excite me about the guys you brought in this summer.
Well, like I said, we've gone out with Mitch leaving. Obviously, number one was you trying to replace some offense, some creativity, some playmaking. So Michelli came in, and then Nick Waugh and Dakota Joshua. We've added some size to our group. We're trying to have some depth. You know, it's funny. All the best laid plans. We practiced for a couple of weeks in training camp, and then, as you know, Brad, injuries sneak in, and unfortunately Scotty's not playing tonight, Scotty Lawton. So we've had a little shuffle of the lines, but we certainly have added some size on our lineup, which I think is important. And so I'm excited to see these new guys. They're excited to be here. They all bring a little bit of something different to the table, but we're excited to have them all here.
And the matchup, Tree, what does this look like as you look at your group against the opposition in Montreal tonight? Two teams who know each other very well.
Yeah, I mean, opening night, it's almost meant for Toronto, Montreal, right? So, no, this is a really good team. They took a step last year, becoming a playoff team. They've been drafting well for a long time. You've seen, you know, some of those young players come in last year. Lane Hudson, you know, you see Demidov here tonight. They made a couple acquisitions over the summer with Dobson and Bolduc. So this is a good team. You know, this will be a tough test right off the bat. So it'll be a really good test for us, and I know our guys are looking forward to it.
I know you got a lot of work to do, Brad. We really appreciate the time. Thanks for stopping by here on our first show.
Yeah,
We're getting the kinks out.
that's good. Good to have you. Yeah, obviously your suits didn't arrive on time. You're still in. I know you're in the middle of
I appreciate
moving
you.
and whatnot. So hopefully the good clothes show up for the next.
Hey, I appreciate you lending me
Sorry
this.
you have to put up.
Knew
with
it would fit.
I think he's just short term.
You know what? We're so happy that you were here, and to give the fans, the Toronto Maple Leafs fans, a little insight on your thought process. It's fantastic.
Awesome. Good to see you both.
Thanks, Trey.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Brad Treliving, stopping by ahead of the matchup with the Leafs and Habs tonight. Thank you, Brad. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm hearing you correctly, we've got another guest who's just going to come by. It's like the Oscars. What are you wearing here tonight? Who's stopping by now? Well, we've got a very special guest, and I think he's going to pull up just beside you.
Yep.
And that is, of course, as Brad Treliving has a small conversation with the commissioner of the National Hockey League, Mr. Gary Bettman. Mr. Bettman, how are you?
Bettman, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. And
You can't shake a
I
man's
thought I'd stop by.
you can't shake a man's hand sitting down, Gary. So
Really?
so nice to have you here
Good
in
to
our
be
city.
with you guys. Congratulations on your new endeavor.
Thank you
This
so
should be
much.
fun. Great for the fans.
Yes, and thanks for being here. It is. It's great for the fans, and you know the passion of this market
Oh,
and,
God, how
and this
could you not?
rivalry.
It's great. It's great to be here. And to have a home opener, I think this is the 23rd time the Canadiens and the Leafs are opening the season together. That's pretty cool. Great rivalry, great history, and great fans.
For sure.
Gary, speaking of Montreal, we had the Four Nations Cup last year, and the passion was sky high. Coming into this season, what kind of momentum are we going to take forward? And then, of course, the Olympics in front of us as well.
Four Nations really captured the imagination, not just of hockey fans or sports fans, but people everywhere. It propelled us to another terrific record-breaking season. And I know the players, and you could see their passion for international best on best, are really looking forward to the Olympics. And that's really the reason we're going. You know this as well as anyone. Our players love to represent their countries, and I'll put our best on best worldwide against any other sport. The Olympics in Milan should be terrific. Listen, it's not without its disruptions for the season, but on balance, it'll be worth it. And most importantly, we're doing it because the players really want it, and I think the fans are going to love it.
Can I just ask you a little bit about the growth of the game? Because, Gary, across the National Hockey League landscape, superstars scattered everywhere. We know in this market, there are some big names, big boys here in this market, but boy, it just seems everywhere you go. Doesn't matter what region you're in, they're there.
No shortage of talent. You could have played.
I could, but gotta be 20 pounds lighter.
But really, what you're seeing is hockey is healthy and growing at all levels of the game. The way the game has been played now for the last 2 decades, emphasizing speed and skill as opposed to just size, and that's given more young people an opportunity to grow up into the game and want to be a part of it. And part of that is also fueled by the fact that our competitive balance is extraordinary. Our regular season goes down to the wire for so many clubs, and there's nothing like our playoffs, particularly the first round, where anything can happen. So the game has never been more skillful, has never been more fast, never been more entertaining, has never been more competitive. It's a testament to the players now and everything that's going on, but it's also building on the foundation that retired players have put in place for us.
You know, for me, I just quickly, the transparency too, with all the social platforms that fans can engage with the players. We've got some great young men representing this game.
But it's also what this show is about. People want more than just the 60 minutes of our game.
Sure.
They want to know more about what's going on behind the scenes. They want to know the lifestyle of our players. They want to know what goes into training, what do they eat, what the important stories are that are going on. And that's why what you two are doing is so vitally important.
Well, they also want to know about the history between you two. I'm not sure if you remember, but you know my partner here pretty well. Do you recall?
Do you mind if I ask the question?
Sure.
Do you remember about 20-something years ago, I got suspended for 20 games? Do you feel bad about that? Because I still feel bad. I still feel bad.
Do you feel bad or do you hold a grudge?
I think a little bit of both, Gary, but you know what?
I beg your pardon.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm kidding.
No, you know what?
We'll take a
there
break.
are players who have left the game as players and gone on to roles in management and in media. And most of them I have a good relationship with, even the ones that have been suspended, and because they all, in the final analysis, get it. And my
100%.
guess is you get it too.
100%. I was just being playful there, but
I know
there's
you
no
were.
question the game is in great hands.
You know, and you're lucky it wasn't more than 20 games.
Again, Gary, we can't thank you enough for stopping by, especially here on night one. Season opener and home opener for the Leafs and the Habs. It's a special night. I'm so glad you were a part of it. Thank you again.
I'm thrilled to be here, and I wish you guys all the best, and thank you for what you're going to be doing.
Thanks again. There he is,
Thank
the
you.
Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Mr. Gary Bettman, stopping by and sharing some thoughts. We appreciate it. Enjoy tonight. And once again, we'll see you inside, but thank you so much. There he was. Okay, so a couple of great guests just to kick things off. No big deal. Just the commissioner and the GM. I mean,
I didn't get the answer I was looking for.
he still holds a grudge against you. It's
no,
beautiful.
you know what? Being a player in this league, it's such a privilege.
Yeah.
And you're representing not only your team, the crest that you play for, but your name on the back, but your teammates. And you know what? Discipline is so important in this game. And you know what? For me, I was on all sides of it, and I'm incredibly proud.
Let's get to the new faces, because I think that's a big storyline for the Toronto Maple Leafs this season is, new faces. You've heard a lot of talk about depth. You've heard a lot of talk about them getting bigger. Well, let's talk about three players in particular. We're talking about Dakota Joshua, Matias Maccelli, and Nick Waugh. And maybe a quick thought on all three, real quick.
Well, the first one, Matias Maccelli. I was talking to Shane Doan, a former teammate of mine, talking about Matias Maccelli in Phoenix, where he came from. Incredible skill. This guy, the puck's going to be on his stick, and it's going to get off quickly. He's going to be a real addition to the power play. Dakota Joshua and Nicholas Roy, big bodies, rangy guys.
Yes.
And you know what? The one guy in the middle of the screen, Dakota Joshua, he played for Rick Tocchet in Vancouver. Rick Tockett's best friends with Craig Berube. Guaranteed, they've talked about what it takes to get this big guy going. And I'll tell you what, I've met all of these three, and they're all excited to be here in Toronto, and I can't wait to see what they can do.
Joshua drafted by the Leafs a number of years ago, and Nick Waugh, who's a Stanley Cup champion, as we talked about, just brings that element. And earlier today, I had a chance to catch up with Nick Waugh. Okay, Nick, this is a big night for a lot of reasons, but for you, you get a chance to put on the Maple Leaf sweater for the first time, and, well, let's just start there. What's that mean to you to go out tonight against the Montreal Canadiens?
Oh, it's going to be so much fun wearing that sweater. Play here at home. The guys are really excited. Working hard at camp, getting ready for this first game. So, yeah, really excited for tonight.
You've had season openers before, but this one has to be special, given the fact that you grew up as a kid. You were a Leaf fan.
Yeah, I was. Obviously, when I was younger, I was a fan of the Leafs because of Matt Sundin. So. Favorite player to this day, so really enjoy watching him growing up.
That's great. Okay, so what has it been like as you look at your preseason, your camp, your adjustment to a new city and a new organization? Now, what do you try to put on yourself ahead of tonight's game? What's realistic? Obviously, there's new faces and it's a bigger, deeper team, but what do you put on yourself tonight?
Just keep it simple for his game. Try to help the team as much as I can. Don't try to do too much out there. Try to do my job as best as I can, which is be hard on the forecheck, protect pucks, be good on draws, be good defensively. So don't overthink it. It's going to be high in emotions. So try to keep it simple and play my best.
What is your role inside this room? Yes, you're new, but you've done something that everybody wants. How can you apply that here?
Yeah, in those big moments, a little bit like you said, I've been part of big games as much as a lot of guys here. So try not to be too high, try not to be too low in those moments. I bring that experience with me, but really try to make the most out of it. Big game tonight. Have fun, enjoy.
Okay, there's Nick Waugh, and he was surrounded today by Montreal media, as you might expect, but it's certainly a journey from Vegas to where he is now, and you heard him talk about being a Leaf fan, so that's fantastic. As a kid, Matt Sundin, his favorite Leaf of all time.
You know what? He's not the only one, Matt Sundin. The way he represented this crest in this city, what a Hall of Famer he is. But Nick Waugh, I love the way he plays in Vegas when he was there, winning Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Big, rangy guy. You're going to expect this guy to get in games. He'll be engaged in the big moments. And I'd expect to see him score. I'm guessing. I'm going to make a prediction here. Playing here in Toronto, he's going to score over 20. and they're going to be big goals.
No pressure, Nick, but you heard Mayday say you're getting 20. Okay, let's get to the lineup, the matchup itself. Habs and Leafs tonight. Let's start with the Toronto side of things. And as you look, maybe no surprise if you've been following along throughout the preseason, Matias Maccelli is going to be on that top line. Boy, he's darty, Mayday, and he is a player that they're hoping can complement Auston Matthews, healthy Auston Matthews, Matthew Nyes, who really looks like he's going too. But there is what we're looking at, and you see, because of the injury to Scott Laughton, Craig Berube is going to go with Max Domi in the middle to play with the aforementioned Dakota Joshua. Nick Robertson's had a great preseason. He's just showed, and we've seen this before from Nick, and he can just flat out score goals. And of course, Steven Lorentz, Nick Waugh, and Yarn Krog. So that's what we're looking at from the Toronto side, and we'll get to Montreal in just a second. But anything really jump out at you there?
Yeah, for me, we were talking about Maccelli. He's a new player. The one thing that, talking with Shane Doan, I was saying, he loves passing the puck. The one thing that we haven't seen from Auston Matthews, our captain, is he loves hanging on to the puck. When he was playing with his former winger, Mitch Marner, great player, right? But Mitch loved the puck too. I think we're going to see a chemistry develop early where Maccelli gets the puck to Matthews. Matthews is going to take his time. This guy loves surveying the ice. I know we're all into his shot and his goal-scoring acumen, but he wants to carry it too, and I think he's going to have an opportunity.
There is a lot of talk about Easton Cowan, and rightly so. He has had an impressive camp in preseason. Doesn't look like we're going to see him tonight, Mayday, but it is something that he has been recalled. He is up with the big club. I wonder, about the options that you are as a coaching staff looking at when you think about Easton Cowan. He is a skilled player, now in his third year with the organization. He's going to watch tonight, which I know gives you a whole other perspective, but maybe that dangling carrot as well.
Yeah, I think so. When you get sent down to the minors, you're heartbroken. I mean, your dreams are right there, and they kind of escape you a little bit. A couple days later, you get called back up to the National Hockey League. The excitement's there. Now he has to have a little patience and watch. There's nothing better as a young player than being up. Oh! Yeah!
It's our year, baby!
Look at the fandom.
Fired up at Rail Sports. Love it.
Look at.
It's our year! Let's roll!
I love it. I love it. Way to go. All the way from Medicine Hat.
Yes, sir!
There you go. There you go. Lost my train of thought there.
We all did.
But I'll tell you what, it's going to be exciting to watch these dynamics.
Yeah.
Start off. I mean, every year there's a new slate. Players can come in, redefine who they are, what they've done, and change their habits and their games. But the one thing's for certain, Craig Berube expects not only hard work, but disciplined play, and we're going to see that.
And I think for Easton Cowan, he has done that. He has turned heads. He has impressed Berube and the coaching staff. And equally as important, he's fit in with that culture. And that kind of brings me to my next point. And that is the culture and the team. Anytime you're talking to Chief now, it's one thing. It's about a team. Teams are going to change. Personnel is going to move in, move out. That's fine. That's what happens everywhere. But what he wants inside that locker room is culture and a team mentality. Can you speak, Brad, to that importance of what he's trying to achieve?
Absolutely. You know what? It's not about the individual. It's about getting success from different sources, different nights.
And different ways,
in
right?
different ways. Wear different hats. Now, listen, we all know what every player, what their skill set is, what we expect from them. But it's what I don't expect that's going to excite me.
Right.
When you find chemistry.
A big hit.
It comes. There's a big hit, then it sets up, maybe draws a penalty.
Yeah.
Power play, your best players are on the ice, puck's on the stick. Look at this guy. Willie Nylander is one of my favorite players to watch. He's so beautiful the way he skates, his vision on the ice. And you know what? I love the fact that Willie has this stubbornness to him.
Sure.
Because he knows, you give him one chance, you might stop him. You give him 2 or 3 chances, he's going to beat you one of those times. And I actually really love watching him play.
And I love that he digs in, too, because he's made a believer out of his head coach, right? Like, the coach will always want you to play a certain way, but the coach has also understood that he's got to let him. Some birds were not meant to be caged. This guy knows exactly how to push the buttons with Willie, and it's a pretty darn complete player. And I think he knows how to get the most out of that guy. It's a give and take relationship.
Absolutely, and the personality has to shine through. And with those personalities, and there's 23 of them on the roster. You don't coach every player the same way, like in the past. All for one for all. I think you have to actually really be specialized, understand the dynamics of each player, the personality, and feed their ego. The job of a coach is to inspire his player to believe he's better than what he thinks he is himself. That's a 10-goal scorer that ends up getting 15. That's a 6-foot player playing like he's 6'3", and Craig Berube and his coaching staff will be able to do that.
Anthony Stolarz is your number one goaltender here in Toronto. He is a capable veteran who has shown what he's capable of to the point of a new contract, a 4-year deal, and he's going to carry the mail.
Yeah, well deserved. The bottom line is we got to stay healthy, but that's for every goaltender, and it's a physical game. These players are trying to score goals. They're going to the net awfully hard, but he's a big body, and when he's in the net, and evidenced by last year, the team responds in front of him. I like Anthony Stolarz. I love his poise, and I just want to see more of him.
Yeah, and you will.
We will. Of course, injuries, you just never know.
And I just love that disposition that he has too, right? He's an upbeat guy. He's a veteran. And you can take a look at his numbers too last season. And certainly this is a guy who has proved himself. He just wants to do it more often. He'll get the opportunity, as you mentioned. We'll see what the backup situation does. And as we look at the starting goaltenders, this is what we're looking at. Sam Montembeault has also made a name for himself. Boy, has he ever. So this is the tail of the tape, if you will. This is Stolarz versus Montembeault.
Yeah, I look at both goaltenders. They both carried the mail for their teams. Both teams made the playoffs last year, of course. And for me, Montembeault, I'm here talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make any bones about it. Anthony Stolarz, I need this guy. He's economical in his movements in the net. If his defenseman, and this is a big thing for the symmetry or together with the defenseman, when they're making plays, dropping down in front of them, understanding what's going to happen on a 2-on-1, it's all situational play. Stolarz is poised.
Yeah.
He's a big guy, and if the defenseman can help him out, making, pushing certain players and certain pressure to the outside, it makes a goaltender a lot better, and certainly clearing out the front of the net.
Well, we talked about the new faces. That's up front. The great news for Anthony Stolarz and Brad Treliving and Craig Berube, that blue line is consistent. They're slotted properly. They know each other. There's familiarity. They're big, they're rugged, they're responsible. Just an overall thought on the blue line tonight.
So my captain on the blue line, of course, is Chris Tanev.
Oh.
The way he plays, he's so responsible. But you know what? I'm expecting a massive year from Morgan Riley. He's feeling good. He's
all
had a great
business,
training
too.
camp. He's been in Toronto all summer working hard, and he's ready for a big year. Listen, an injured animal is most dangerous when he's in that point. Morgan Riley, for me, this guy can skate. He's got great vision. He's going to be on the power play.
Yes.
He's got an opportunity to start off a great season with a great game tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. I expect good things. My other guy, my consolation prize is Simon Benoit. I love the way he plays, the passion he skates with, and he's physical.
Yeah, he is.
He makes me a fan. I like the way he plays, and I can't wait to watch him tonight.
Well, just a quick thought on Morgan Riley too, right? You said that injured animal, but you're talking the fact that Brad Treliving challenged him in this offseason. He needed more. He knows he's capable of more. So too does Morgan Riley. He knows, and that was a very heartfelt conversation and exchange between those two, and it really resonated with both. They put all the cards on the table and said, look, I need more from you. This is what you're capable of. And we've seen it in his career. He's a proud guy as well. He looks great. You talk about the physical condition he's in. That's going to be a huge, and he's quarterbacking the power play. So all eyes on Morgan Riley, rather. And all eyes a moment ago as I had a chance to catch up with the captain, Auston Matthews, who, as we know, wasn't putting up the numbers last year that he has come to expect. There was injuries. There was trying to get back on track. He says he's healthy. He's good to go. And he is very much looking forward to this season. Great to see you.
Me too.
Hey, it's not just another game, right? It's the Habs, it's the Leafs, it's your home and season opener. I wonder what makes tonight so special for you.
I think start of a new journey, obviously. I mean, camp always feels like it runs a bit long, and then, you know, you get to this point and a lot of excitement, you know, a lot of just, you know, butterflies ready to kind of get going and start this new journey. So I think there's a lot that goes into it, but at the same time, you just got to kind of treat it as another game. And it's game 1 of 82, so it's definitely a very exciting one.
What did you have on the playlist on the way in to get you going?
Little Wayne, little Drake. I like to mix it up a little bit, but yeah.
Hey, there's been a lot of talk about Michelli joining your line, and we're going to see how that plays out in time. But you know Matthew Nyes very well. What leads you to believe that he's arrived and he's ready to pop?
Yeah, I mean, he just continues to get better every single year, and I mean, he's matured as a person, matured as a player, and you can see it in the way he carries himself and the way he plays the game. I mean, he's a big body. He, you know, his ceiling is, you know, it's kind of never ending. So he's been a lot of fun to play with, and like I said, he gets better every single year. And so I think the chemistry that we've been able to build has been really positive. So just want to keep it going.
Last one for you. You're a different team, as every team is, when you start the new calendar. So what makes you believe that you're better this year?
I mean, I think it's on us to go out and prove that. You know, and it started in camp. It starts tonight. Having the right attitude, coming together as a team, as a group, as a brothers, and putting our best foot forward, picking each other up when we're down, and you know, on us as leaders to lead the way. So always very optimistic, but really love our group in here and excited to get it going tonight.
Fantastic. Good luck tonight against
Thank
the
you.
Habs.
Appreciate it. What's up, Bill? Good.
All right, there he is, the captain, making his way into the locker room. And I thought it was interesting. I mean, there's a lot of talk in this market about Matthew Nyes. What do you love about the power forward?
First of all, he's a big body. The way he plays, he's incredibly skilled. I expect a massive year from that, Matthew Nyes. One of my favorites, the way he played in the playoffs as well. He's got passion. He's got the size that we just spoke of. But you know what? He's got an opportunity to be one of the best players that Toronto has ever had. He's just signed a big contract. He's been rewarded by that. I'm expecting a big year.
Okay, this is something we'll try and make somewhat regular. Give me a Mayday minute rant, Brad May. Give me something about this team and this game. Go.
Well, listen, I've been a big fan. I'm actually fired up about being here, but I got to tell you, I cannot believe that I've dropped the ball. I'm looking right now, John Tavares, Bobby McMahon. We haven't even talked about these two guys. Second-line players. And by the way, John Tavares has been everything for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's earned every dollar that he's been paid. And you know what? He's actually signed a real nice contract for the Toronto Maple Leafs and himself to stay a Toronto Maple Leaf. I'm excited to watch those two players. Bobby McMahon, his speed, his passion, and the way he looks on the ice, he fires me up. I love the two guys that they acquired. I like Dakota Joshua, and I like Roy. These two guys, big bodies, they're going to get in there, maybe make that third line. I remember being a player, playing against the New Jersey Devils. You played against Mike Peluso, Randy McKay, and Bobby Holik. I see similarities in those players if they get together and they're matched together. And my last guy is Max Domi. And here it is. When a rusher or when a crusher thinks he's a rusher, you'll soon be an usher.
Yeah.
Max Domi has an opportunity to be a very important part of this team. He can't forget who he is. This guy is physical. His skill set is there, but his physicality will set him up to play with the best players. He'll open up room for those guys. And Max Domi, if he stays true to himself, I expect a real nice year from him as well. He's a great young guy as well.
Can't argue. He's a dog on a bone, and he's a glue guy as well. You know where he gets that from. Okay, real quick before we get going here, this is a chance for us to say thank you and to send two fans into the lower bowl tonight. Tickets on behalf of Maple Leaf Fan Access. You want to check that out on the Leaf app, Fan Access. That's where these tickets are coming. All kinds of prizes, all kinds of giveaways. And here we go.
Here we go. Come on in,
folks,
guys.
come on in who are going to the game tonight. And Mayday, you will have a chance. Do we have them?
What's your name?
I think we're...
This is Sam.
Sam?
Yep,
and?
This is Sam and? Marta. Sam
Awesome.
and Marta. They're coming to the...
Have you been to
lower
a game
bowl.
before? You've never been to a game.
Fantastic. Are you excited?
And now you're going to the game.
We are from Barcelona, Spain. It's our first time here.
I love it. Well, we're going to email you the tickets. I think that's been set up. You're going to see the Canadiens and the Leafs tonight, lower bowl. forever rivals. Congratulations, enjoy the match, and thanks for stopping by.
After being here, hockey will be your favorite sport.
There you go.
Guaranteed.
Enjoy. Okay. That'll do it for us for now. It's the Leafs hosting the Canadiens on Sportsnet and, of course, on radio. You can catch that on TSN 1050, 7 o'clock puck drop. He is Brad May. Mayday, great to be with you again.
Glad to be here.
We want to thank the general manager, Brad Treliving, and the commissioner of the National Hockey League, Mr. Gary Bettman, for stopping by. We're going to keep this thing going to some degree, some variation of it. Stay with us. Continue to check out all of the Maple Leaf socials for more information on that. Enjoy the game, everybody.